From Laredo, Texas, this is Fox News at 9.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Laredo Fox News and making us your first choice of news. I'm Alejandra Guzman. My colleague Lorena Ibarra has the rest of the week off. We begin tonight with the fire department investigating a fire reported Saturday evening at the intersection of Wooster and Meadow. According to fire officials, the fire beginning at the back of a used article store where officials reported the owner stored stoves along with other appliances. Fortunately, the fire only causing material damage as no one reported any injuries. Neighboring residents were affected as they were not allowed near their homes until the fire was under control and extinguished, as they were told the fire threatened their homes with the opportunity of it spreading. The cause of the fire is still being investigated. And the Webb County Courthouse Annex demolished during the weekend after 2 months as the building reported damage to its structure, and the insurance policy ended this past Saturday, September 19th. However, residents in our community expressed it's a very sad day for our city, as they say we lost the fabric of our historic city, but other cities are doing everything to save their buildings, stressing the city could have done more to save the 100-year-old building.
Something else could have been done. This was demolition by neglect. It took many, many years for that building to become the way it is now. So years ago it could have been saved. They knew 2 years ago that the roof was failing.
Heritage Foundation officials adding if the county would have saved money to fix the roof, the building would still be standing today. They even went as far as saying it could have been used for public office or as the county's archives after it was proposed, but mentioned officials did not feel it was worth saving. Today, the county engineer said it was a difficult decision that had to be made, but explained it was for the county's best interest.
Resurrecting that building was not in the best interest of Webb County, especially since the insurance was lapsed and the deteriorated condition of the interior, along with an asbestos issue, that we made the best decision for our taxpayers.
The engineer adding repairs of the courthouse annex could have cost them more than $15 million. As a reminder, streets in the downtown area have been closed until October 9th. These closures including San Agustin Avenue north of Matamoros Street and Houston Street west off of San Bernardo Avenue. And county commissioners also discussing the water service provided to Rio Bravo and Cenizo residents after officials proposed a water rate increase, even as reports against the water quality continue to be an issue in these communities since 2013. Today, Mayor of Cenizo explained he was present at the courthouse speaking against this proposal.
I think it's very important to note that there's still a lot of issues that have yet been resolved. There's still a lot of distrust in the system, and there continues to be more distrust when government continues to do things behind closed doors and not in the public, open to the public.
As you might recall, residents of these communities continue experiencing water issues as they last reported their tap water has a strong chlorine odor. Fox 39 will continue following the proposal until a decision is made. And authorities reporting 3 teenagers were involved in a car accident this past weekend near the 1100 block of Iturbide Street. According to witnesses, the individuals crashed a black Chevrolet sedan against Zacate Creek wall, running over a road sign, ending up at the parking lot of a grocery store. Eyewitnesses pointing out the teens fled the scene, but police officers locating them and stopping them a few blocks down. Authorities escorting the teens into a patrol car, but witnesses did report they saw both a male and female attempting to escape.
The young lady gets off, and the officer who put the other individual in the car grabs her, but they both fall to the ground. The young lady wouldn't stop cursing at him. They had no respect for officers.
Despite the damages caused, no one was injured. Authorities did report 18-year-old Rosemary Centeno is charged with hit and run. In addition, she was charged with driving while intoxicated. And Donald Trump wants to cut your taxes and raise his own. The billionaire businessman outlined his plan today, but Fox's Carl Cameron takes a look.
It'll simplify the tax code.
Donald Trump says his plan to cut taxes will make America great again and balance the budget. He would reduce the current 7 income tax brackets to 3 brackets and cut rates to 25%, 20%, and 10%. Individuals earning less than $25,000 a year or couples earning less than $50,000 would pay zero. That would increase the block of workers who do not pay income taxes from 38% to 50%. He'd also slash business taxes to 15% to spur growth and eliminate the so-called death tax, marriage penalty, and alternative minimum tax. He would pay for it by eliminating most deductions for the very rich, raising taxes on hedge funds and private equity profits known as carried interest, and crack down on corporations which pay fewer taxes by moving their headquarters and jobs overseas.
We have to make much better deals, we have to negotiate much harder, and we've got to make our economy strong.
There was plenty of positive reaction, but not everyone is in favor of this plan.
It is like a farmer's field for growing loopholes. It has these remarkable sort of areas in which there is no detail and which there is clearly going to be a gigantic, load of misbehavior and unintended consequences.
Trump's also taken an extraordinary position in favor of universal health care, which puts him at odds with the GOP on one of the biggest fights of the Obama era.
Everybody's got to be covered. This is an un-Republican thing for me to say. I am going to take care of everybody. I don't care if it costs me votes or not. Everybody's going to be taken care of much better than they're taken care of now.
The uninsured person,
right,
is going to be taken care of.
They're going to be taken care of.
How?
I would make a deal with existing hospitals to take care of people.
Today he weighed in on unemployment numbers, calling current figures phony and false.
I actually saw a number of 42% unemployment. 42%! And it could be.
A new NBC Wall Street Journal poll now shows Trump and Ben Carson virtually tied. Marco Rubio and Carly Fiorina are tied for third, followed by Jeb Bush, John Kasich, and Ted Cruz.
Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker dropped out of the race exactly 1 week ago tonight, and this evening both Bobby Jindal and Chris Christie are campaigning in the first caucus state, and tomorrow Chris Christie will be endorsed by 6 of Republican Governor Terry Branstad's top Iowa GOP donors, a sign that Christie plans to make a big play for the first caucus state. In Alden, Carl Cameron, Fox News.
And here locally, the county jail built in 1986 is already inadequate. According to officials, the jail is overcrowded, forcing authorities to send inmates across the state. One county commissioner telling us they send an estimated 70 to 100 inmates per month to jails in neighboring counties, emphasizing the need to build a bigger one in Webb County as they anticipate 1,000 inmates by 2030. However, officials want to inform you so you can too make an informed decision.
What is it going to be the expense? How much is it going to cost us? So that the people make an informed decision. And if it comes down to us making the decision, obviously we need to have the numbers to make sure that we make the right decision for the people.
Our current jail has a capacity of 570 inmates, but to avoid any fines from the state, they house only a little over 500. Sheriff Martin Cuellar inviting the senior executive from Texas, Commission on Jail Standards, to provide first-hand information before the commissioners to assist them in making a better decision. And county commissioners are also looking for better options of transportation for veterans with medical appointments outside Webb County. Possible options were discussed this morning, but one local veteran explains how he could be affected.
What I spoke to the Commissioners Court this morning about was to address an issue in the proposed budget. They excluded the funding for the Veterans Transportation Assistance Program.
What we're going to do is we want to continue with the services for our veterans, and what we want to do is make sure that they get the services necessary, such as transportation and other things that they need, like attending to medical doctors, attending to medical appointments and treatment.
Commissioner Tijerina said they will be looking for more and better options for the proposal, stating no veteran will stop receiving current benefits from programs they currently receive. And the Webb County Sheriff Department scheduling a motorcycle run benefiting victims of domestic violence. The run, titled Break the Silence of Domestic Violence, as the funds will be donated to local organizations assisting victims of this type of violence.
Is to not only bring awareness to domestic violence in our society, but to also raise funds for those victims of domestic violence. Particularly for this run that we'll be collecting the funds, we'll be making sure to provide a small little party once Christmas comes.
The run taking place this Saturday, October 3rd. Registration begins at 11 a.m. until 12:30. The run will start outside the Harley-Davidson, ending at Lake Casablanca. The cost of the run is $15, but for more information, you can call the number on your screen, 718-8084. And students, if you're watching, please listen carefully. Webb County inviting all, yes, you at home and your school, to join the Recycle campaign collecting Borderplex phone books as they kick off the 22nd annual Borderplex Directory Recycling Contest. The contest beginning today, but do not worry, it will run through October 27th. The contest emphasizing the importance of recycling and encouraging students to set an example. One school from each district, UISD and LISD, will be selected, as well as a private school. 3 lucky winners will receive cash prizes along with a pizza party for their great effort and contribution. And Fox News and our sister station, Univision Laredo, joining forces with the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center as we will be hosting our last blood drive for this year, Friday, October 2nd. All donors will receive the satisfaction of saving lives and a mini physical. Plus, you could be a lucky winner as we will be raffling one $50 gift card for La Carreta and one $50 gift card for La Laguna Mariscos and Sushi Restaurant. The blood drive will be hosted at our station located at 222 Bob Bullock Loop from noon until 6 p.m. For more information, you can call the number on your screen. Contact Lisa Guzman at 236-8662. And we saw some spotty showers over the weekend. And our first week of fall, well, it was a little warm. But to find out what our week ahead looks like, we now take a look at weather with Freddie Vela.